with the president. She wants to make some quick remarks before Valerie Wilson speaks to the group.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so thrilled to be here. I am getting my aerobic exercises in this morning. I'm trying to keep up with President Carter, so everywhere he is, I'm right behind him today, which is an honor. But let me just say, I'm not here as Judge Hatchett this morning. I am here as Glenda, a daughter of Georgia. Because I was born and raised here, I love this great state of Georgia. I know I am preaching to the choir, but what I want to remind us is that we cannot take any piece of this for granted. We got to get everybody to the poll, we got to fire them up, and we have got to make sure that we win this election on Tuesday. And so every waking moment, and maybe not so waking moment, between now and the times that the polls close on Tuesday, Mr. Chairman, I am going to be on the case. And let me tell you why. I'm standing for Jason. I want Michelle to go to the U.S. Senate. I want Democrats to win in this election because I'm standing for people who can't stand for themselves today. I'm standing for the man who doesn't know where he's going to sleep tonight. I'm standing for the mother who wants better for herself and for her children and her family. I am particularly standing today for that woman who was clutching her child in my courtroom, and thousands like her, and this particular woman who said, but Judge, I hate to make the decision between going to work so I could pay my rent or taking off and going and taking the money and taking my child to get medical care. A parent ought not have to choose between medical care and paying your rent. And so DFAC's attorneys, because they were doing their job, stood there in my courtroom arguing that morning. Judge, please, you gotta transfer custody of this child. Let me tell you the story. The child had a fever. We in this room don't have to make that choice. My children were sick, I took them to the pediatrician. I never thought about how much it cost because I had insurance. Or if I didn't have insurance, I had a job. I could pay for it. So she said, I did the best I could. I left the child with a caretaker. I came home, the child's fever was higher, bought medicine over the counter for the child, and then the child's fever continued to spike, to the point where the child went into having a seizure. She rushed the child to the emergency room. The child ended up having permanent brain damage. I want you all to hear me on this. Permanent brain damage because she had to choose between rent and proper health care. That ought not happen in America. It ought not happen in Georgia. And we have a chance to change the story. The story